Imagine, a parent getting that call, that their son never made it home. He was supposed to be on a road trip.
Right.
Simple, from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And they find his car abandoned, flipped over near a lake.
Oh, wow.
His stuff's inside, but he's gone.
That's...
This is what happened to Bryce Laspisa's parents, and
Right.
it's been this way since 2013.
Wow.
Welcome to CrimePod Castle's Twisted Crime series.
Okay.
We are diving deep into the disappearance of Bryce Laspisa.
All right.
We're going to try and figure out what happened to him.
I'm intrigued already.
What's so strange about this is that he had a completely normal life.
Yeah.
But then just a few days before, his behavior, everything, it just shifts.
Right?
Like, how do you go from being a normal college student to then just completely changing?
Yeah, it's like you're trying to put together a puzzle.
Right.
But some of the pieces are from a completely different picture.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
So who is Bryce Laspisa?
Well, he was 19.
Okay.
Going to Sierra College, studying graphic design.
Sure.
Just a typical kid, charismatic, artsy, close with his family.
Seemed like he was doing okay.
Yeah, like I said, normal life.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
those last few days.
So what happens?
Well, everyone starts to notice a change.
Okay.
His girlfriend, his friends, they're saying he's withdrawn. He starts giving away his things.
What kind of things?
I mean, clothes, electronics. He even gave a friend a pair of diamond earrings, which, were a gift from his mother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Like maybe he's getting rid of stuff because, he doesn't think he's going to need it anymore.
Right.
A huge red flag.
Yeah.
It's like he was already saying goodbye.
Wow.
Without actually saying it,
That's deep.
Yeah.
His friends also said he was drinking a lot.
Yeah, and he was also messing around with Vivance.
Oh, wow.
Which is a stimulant.
So he's mixing not good.
Vivance can already make you anxious, paranoid, even see things that aren't there.
Right.
Now add alcohol to that.
Oh, man.
It just makes everything worse.
Makes you do stupid things.
Yeah, bad decisions.
Right.
You get aggressive,
Wow.
And we know he was already going through something emotionally.
So this is a recipe for disaster.
Exactly.
Right.
And then 2 days before he disappears,
Oh, this is even worse.
he breaks up with his girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Tells her that she'll be better off without him.
Chilling.
Right.
It's like he knew something was going to happen.
Maybe felt like he was a burden, Like
Yeah.
he was trying to push everyone away.
To protect them.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and the road trip.
The road trip.
This is where it gets even more confusing.
Right. From Chico back home to Laguna de Gel.
Yeah.
That drive, that's where everything really unravels.
Well, he's driving. He's supposed to be going straight home. What happens?
Well, first he stops to see a friend in Rockland.
And his friend could tell that something was off, but Bryce wouldn't talk about it.
Like he was reaching out for help but didn't want to accept it.
Yeah, it's tragic.
Then what?
He stops at a gas station in Buttonwillow.
Oh.
Multiple times.
Really?
For hours.
What was he doing there?
Nobody knows.
Did he say anything to his parents?
He called them, said he was fine, but wouldn't explain why he was delayed.
Like he was hiding something?
Maybe he was ashamed or scared to tell them what was going on.
Right.
It's tough,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to talk about what you're going through.
Especially to your parents.
Exactly.
Then what happens?
So he runs out of gas.
Oh, no.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Luckily, a truck driver stopped to help.
Okay, that's good.
But even after he got gas, Bryce just sat in his car for hours.
Really?
Yeah, the driver tried to make sure he was okay.
Hmm.
But Bryce was just lost in his own world.
Like he's frozen or something.
Yeah, like he couldn't move forward, couldn't go back.
Man, that's scary. It is. He calls his mom
Okay.
around 2 a.m. on August 30th.
This is the last time anyone hears from him.
Yep, he told her he was on his way home.
Calm, collected.
Just a normal call.
But then he vanishes.
It's chilling.
It's like he just disappeared into thin air.
Exactly.
So what happened?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, and we'll try to figure it out.
To see if we can make sense of it.
Right after this break.
And then his car is found.
Right near Castaic Lake.
Yeah, but instead of, giving us answers, this
Yeah.
just makes things even more confusing.
So they find the car flipped over.
At the bottom of a 25-foot embankment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his wallet's there.
Yeah.
His phone.
Laptop, it's all there.
But he's not.
Exactly.
So if it was an accident,
Right.
why wouldn't he take his stuff?
That's what's so weird.
They
It just
were-
doesn't add up.
And get this, the back window.
Uh-huh.
It was broken.
From the inside?
Right.
Okay, so that means he could have gotten out.
Right. But where did he go?
Exactly.
And why leave everything behind?
And why hasn't he called anyone?
Especially his family.
Right.
They're worried sick.
They just want to know he's okay.
It's like he vanished.
And there's another thing.
What's that?
No blood?
At the scene?
No blood stains? No signs of any injuries?
So maybe he wasn't hurt that badly.
Right. Or maybe it wasn't an accident at all.
Oh, you mean foul play?
It's possible.
That's a scary thought.
It is. But we can't rule it out.
Especially with all these unanswered questions.
Right. We have the broken window.
Right.
No blood.
Right.
His belongings still in the car.
It's just strange.
And, we have to consider that maybe he wanted to disappear.
You mean like he ran away?
Yeah, voluntary disappearance.
But why?
We know he was having a tough time.
Emotionally.
Yeah, maybe he just couldn't handle it anymore.
But he had people who cared about him.
I know, but sometimes that's not enough.
True.
Sometimes you just feel so lost,
right,
so alone,
yeah,
that you just want to escape.
But to just cut off contact?
It's hard to understand.
Especially for his family.
It's devastating for them.
Yeah, not knowing.
Yeah, the not knowing is the worst part.
They just want answers.
They deserve answers.
So if he didn't run away,
right,
it wasn't foul play.
What else could it be?
I mean, it's a lake.
Right.
Could he have drowned?
It's possible.
Maybe he was disoriented after the crash.
Yeah, maybe he hit his head.
Concussion.
Or the medication could have messed him up.
Right, the Vyvanse.
Yeah.
So he wanders off.
It's lost.
And something happens to him.
It wouldn't be the first time someone's gotten lost out there.
It's a big area.
Yeah. And there's all sorts of dangers.
Animals, the weather.
Exactly.
They did a huge search.
Helicopters, drones, search dogs.
They couldn't find anything.
Nope.
So we have these three main theories.
Foul play, voluntary disappearance, accidental death. And no real evidence to point us in any one direction.
It's a mystery.
A real-life mystery.
And it's been going on for over a decade.
It's heartbreaking.
For everyone involved.
Especially his family.
They're trapped in this limbo.
Not knowing what happened to their son.
It's a nightmare.
I can't even imagine.
It takes a toll.
Emotionally, mentally.
Everything.
But they haven't given up hope.
No, they keep fighting.
They want answers.
And they deserve them.
They've become advocates.
For missing persons cases?
Yeah.
And for mental health awareness?
They want to prevent this from happening to anyone else.
They want to make a difference.
Their strength is incredible.
It is.
It's inspiring.
It is.
So what do we make of all this?
I don't know. It's tough.
It is. We have so many questions.
And so few answers.
But we can't forget about Bryce.
No, he was a real person.
With a life.
With dreams.
With people who loved him.
And we can't let his story be forgotten.
It really makes you think. Like, even if you have people around you who love you.
Right.
Sometimes it's not enough.
No, sometimes those struggles, they stay hidden.
Right.
Bottled up inside.
And you never know how deep they run.
It makes you wonder, what if someone had noticed?
Yeah.
What if someone had seen how much pain he was in?
Maybe things could have been different.
Yeah, maybe a conversation.
Right, just someone to listen.
To really listen,
Show him he wasn't alone.
Exactly.
It's so easy to forget
Yeah.
how much a little kindness can matter.
It's true.
But it's not always easy to open up.
No.
To talk about what's going on inside.
It takes courage.
In a safe space.
Right, a place where you feel like you can be vulnerable.
Without judgment.
Exactly.
And what's interesting?
What's that?
This case, it's really captured people's attention.
There
are all these online forums, articles.
Documentaries even.
People are really trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, it's like a collective need to make sense of it all.
To find some kind of closure.
To understand the unexplainable.
And, all this attention.
Yeah.
It could be a good thing.
How so?
It keeps the case alive.
Right.
Maybe someone out there has information.
A piece of the puzzle.
That could help solve the case.
It's possible.
But then there's the other side of it.
What do you mean?
The rumors.
Ah, yeah.
The speculation.
It can spiral out of control.
And it can really hurt the family.
Absolutely.
So it's a balancing act.
Finding that middle ground.
Between keeping the case in the public eye.
Right.
And protecting the family from all the noise.
It's a tough line to walk.
It is. But in the end, we have to remember.
What's that?
Bryce was a real person.
Yeah.
Not just a mystery to be solved.
He had a family who loved him.
Dreams, aspirations.
Right. A whole life ahead of him.
And that's what makes this case so tragic.
It's a reminder that life is precious.
To cherish our loved ones.
And to never take a single moment for granted.
If you have any information about Bryce's disappearance,
Anything at all,
no matter how small,
please contact the authorities.
every detail could be important.
It could be the missing piece that brings closure to his family.
So thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
Into the baffling case of Bryce Laspisa
It's a story that reminds us of the mysteries that still exist in this world.
and the profound impact a missing person has on those left behind.
If you're interested in more true crime stories,
Be sure to follow CrimePod Castle.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We'll be back with more captivating deep dives.
So until then, stay curious.
And as always,
Never stop seeking the truth.